Hey, what is up? My name is 𝙍𝙬𝙄𝙎. Today we're looking at shooting interviews with two cameras. So if you watch my videos, you'll know that the last 30 or 40 or so of these I've done with a single camera only, meaning I'm looking to the camera directly, and anytime I need to cut away for some reason, like I forget what I'm saying or there's a noise in the background, I have to do a jump cut. And that means I cut from this angle to the same angle. It's not ideal and it's a little bit jarring for the viewer. If you have a second camera, like I have here, you're able to cut to that when you would otherwise jump cut and hence not have a break in the flow of the interview. Another way around this is to use B-roll. So when the person says the wrong thing or stops or gets boring or you want to cut to later in the interview, you cut away to them doing something, pictures of their house, alternate shots, and then you cut back to the main camera when you want to. This is great, but you don't always have enough B-roll and you don't always have time to go and get B-roll when you're interviewing someone. So it's always great to have a second camera, even if it's not as good as your A camera, no offense, X-T10, at least you have something else to go to rather than jump cutting all over the place. Now, the gold standard of traditional interviews is having one single A camera shot, a mid shot like this, that you can push into if you need to or pull back if you want to, and then a second angle like this where the camera moves back and forth and gives a little bit more interest. Makes the interview more dynamic, more exciting, more fun to watch, especially if the person is talking about something that isn't that interesting. It's probably been made most famous by the behind the episode interviews at the end of every Game of Thrones, which many people in the world watch. Traditionally, to do this, you would need an A camera like we have here, and then a B camera on a curved track. You can do this with a slider, a normal slider, and I tried this many times. It's not that hard to do, but it does take a lot of concentration, sliding back and forth and tilting the camera exactly the right way. And when you get to the end of the track, you end up having to kind of slow down and then start the other reverse direction without trying to be too noticeable. The way I'm getting around this is using a curved track. We have the XC10 here. So we have our A camera, and then we have our B camera that's on a curved track. Pro Media Gear make this awesome 32-inch slider, which is actually curved. And I can speed it up or slow it down, depending on where I want to get to and how dynamic I want the interview to be. All in all, it gives you a pretty awesome way to get this very professional, expensive, high production value effect with still only one person and two cameras. Another question that comes up a lot is, does your B camera have to be the same quality as your A camera? And for me, the answer is no. If you're only cutting away to it occasionally, as long as it's the same brand and the same color space, you can get away with a lot. So the C200 was originally meant to be a B camera for the Canon C700, which is a $25,000 camera. We're using it as the A camera here, and we're using the XC10, which shoots 4K, which shoots C-Log. It has a very small sensor and a non-interchangeable attached lens, which is limiting in some respects, but for a small little unit that gets really great B camera shots, I think it's kind of unbeatable. So that's a little look at two camera professional curved slider interview setups. You don't need to have all these ingredients. You don't need to, for the last couple of videos, I've just had the XC10 actually screwed into the bottom of a light stand so that it fits next to or close to the A camera. I haven't had to use another tripod. Just for another angle so that I can avoid jump cutting. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Hope that helps someone out there, and I will see you next time.